All I do is represent police officers. I get up every morning and I try to solve cops' problems. I did 12 years in law enforcement in New Jersey, worked for 2 different police departments, and I found that it's easy to connect with people that I know and know well. I've had police officers say to me, "We want you, right? You're going to represent us in our case. I want you personally, Tom." And that's because you wore the uniform. And they even tug on their shirt sleeves sometimes and say, "That's the kind of representation I want." I'm mindful that behind every single police officer that comes to my office with a problem, there's a family connected to it. Children, wives, girlfriends, brothers, sisters, mothers. These are the people that I'm helping in the long run by helping the client. To be successful at representing law enforcement officers, an attorney must, of course, know the law, but he must also really understand what it's like to be a law enforcement officer. My 12 years of experience in law enforcement enable me to see the job in the way that few other attorneys can see it. I understand the intricacies of what it's like to work inside a police station. I know that there are politics. I know that those politics often play into the decisions of disciplining law enforcement officers, for instance, and sometimes even collective bargaining contracts. A president of a law enforcement union has a really difficult job. I know that because I ran a union myself for 6 years. Your members are coming to you with problems. They say you're the president, you're supposed to solve them. My firm and the plan that my firm offers helps you do that at a low cost that your members can afford. A few years ago, I had the inspiration to create what I call the Law Enforcement Legal Services Plan. This plan is a comprehensive plan that offers unions something they never had before: unlimited, fixed cost representation. It provides for negotiation of your contract, enforcement of your contract, enforcement of your collective bargaining rights under state law. No police officer who does his job well is going to not end up in internal affairs at least once during his career. And when the officer goes in, he must have superior representation to keep him out of trouble. There is no such thing as a hopeless internal affairs case. I've heard stories from some police officers who said they've spoken to other attorneys and they've told them, "There's nothing we can do for you. You might as well just plead guilty and take the punishment." And while I'm a pragmatic person and I look for solutions to problems wherever they present themselves, I also don't throw in the towel before I've even opened up the case file. That's not what a good attorney does. A good attorney looks at the case and says, "How can I solve this problem and get the officer out from under the investigation in an effective way that doesn't cost him his livelihood or his freedom?" I'm very fortunate to have a really talented team of professionals who come to work every day looking to help me to solve law enforcement officers' problems. We return calls promptly, no matter how busy we are. We make sure that we keep clients updated on their cases, and most importantly, we work really hard to try to achieve the results that they've grown to expect from us. So whether it's an internal affairs case where you're facing serious disciplinary charges, a pension matter, or a collective bargaining dispute with your employer, have me out to one of your union meetings, or better yet, stop by my office and we'll talk about how I can help you.